How's it going, everybody? TySites Shadow Games Report. Doing part 5 of Uncharted 4 tonight. I had to remember what month it was. Oh my god. I was still thinking I was in April for a second. We are in June now. Wow. This year is just flying right by. It's a little too crazy for me. I don't know what it's like for y'all, but little too hype. Little too hype. This seems like a good place to stop the song. Somewhere in here. Right here, maybe. Right there. Yeah. Alright, guys. We're going to do about 30 minutes to an hour of news before we get into the game. I'm not going to waste too much time before jumping in. I haven't played Uncharted 4. I checked the date on the last time I played it. It was like February. So, quite a few months. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, we're going to do some news before we get into the game. I like to ramble sometimes, so I'm not going to waste any time. Plus, I'm trying to jam all this news into 30 minutes into an hour, somewhere in there. I don't like doing the hour and a half news stuff anymore. It's just too long. I feel tired by the time I get to the game for some reason. I'm just like, dude, it's just like too much. I don't know. I just have to cut myself off at an hour. I think I went over a little bit yesterday. I'm going to try to stick to the hour rule, though. Anyways, though, California voter writes in Thomas Massie on every ballot spot. Dr. Oz quips, treating stupid is really hard at White House briefing. Pentagon releases more UAP files amid Spielberg alien film hype. NIH researchers charged with smuggling deactivated monkeypox vials. Deactivated. Does that mean it can be reactivated? It's kind of interesting. U.S. forces repel Iranian missile and drone attacks on Kuwait and Bahrain bases. Supreme Court allows Alabama to use congressional map that eliminates a majority black district. Man takes hostages at California bank as bomb threat prompts evacuations. Uber releases list of strangest lost and found items, dentures, butterflies, dishwasher. A dishwasher, you say? Okay. LaMonica McIver wins a Democratic nomination for U.S. House in New Jersey 10th Congressional District. Meta expands safety features to limit harmful content for teens. Mic check 1, 2. Quick mic check. Making sure. Senator Bernie Sanders proposes federal stake in major AI companies. Amazon Ring sued over facial recognition. Oh. Interesting. Kind of curious about that one. I guess we'll probably hear about that eventually. If we don't hear about it more today in a different story. Democrat Rebecca Bennett will take on GOP Rep Tom Keene Jr., who has been absent from Congress. Where has he been? Curious. Acting AG Blanche says Trump administration is nixing anti-weaponization fund. I'm still kind of curious on what the anti-weaponization fund is. I didn't look into that yesterday, so I'm still kind of like scratching my head. Trump taps housing finance director Holt as acting director of national intelligence after Gabbard. Seemed like some people were kind of excited about this particular pick. I don't really know much about him. DOJ says it will stop work on $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund after judge's ruling. Yeah, what is this anti-weaponization stuff? I want to figure it out real quick on that. Can also pull up this smuggling junk. Let's see. Acting AG Blanche says Trump administration is nixing anti-weaponization fund Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche announced Tuesday that the Justice Department is scrapping the nearly $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund intended to compensate allies of President Donald Trump following widespread political backlash and legal setbacks. The Trump administration originally defended the fund as compensation for what officials insist was a weaponized Justice Department under President Joe Biden, though Democrats argued the proposal lacked necessary oversight and accountability. A Virginia court temporarily blocked the fund, forcing the Justice Department to comply with a pause for at least 2 weeks, as payouts would have been decided by a 5-member commission appointed by Blanche. So did Blanche just not put it together? So nixing, does that mean like they're getting rid of it? I don't know. It doesn't really seem like Blanche is really turning out to be a great AG so far. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let's leave that right there. NIH researchers charged with smuggling deactivated monkeypox vials. Vincent Munster and Claude Q, who study emerging viruses at a top security NIH lab in Montana, face federal charges for smuggling 113 vials, including 17 with deactivated monkeypox. Interesting number. On a commercial flight from the Republic of Congo on January 25th, 2026, they allegedly lied to customs officers, claiming the case held only diagnostic equipment. Officials emphasized no infection risk from the deactivated samples, but the breach of import rules drew sharp criticism from law enforcement, who say no one is above the law. The men face up to 5 years in prison each on charges of conspiracy, smuggling, and false statements. So I guess they tried to lie, too. Maybe if they didn't lie, they maybe, just maybe, I don't know, they might have subverted a couple years. News alert from FBI Detroit. 2 researchers with National Institute of Health were charged with conspiracy to smuggle monkeypox into the United States and giving false statements to federal law enforcement. So they knowingly lied and moved it anyways. Is he Asian? No. I don't know. He looks white.
Yeah, this is another shocking story. So an NIH virologist, an Ebola expert, he literally goes in the Congo.
He looks white.
He has field sites in the Congo to catch Ebola from wild animals. And so he was caught at a U.S. airport earlier this year with undeclared biological samples, what are called select agents that appear to be, we know for sure, monkeypox, but as well, there could be other pathogens. There could be Ebola because we know he works with Ebola. He was caught at the airport, and this man, Vincent Munster, was linked, or actually was actively involved in gain-of-function activities with SARS-CoV-2, with Fauci and colleagues. And so you can't even make this up. Yeah, this is another shocking story. So an NIH virologist, an Ebola...
I think that Jordan Peterson sounds like Kermit. He sounds like Kermit, damn it. It makes me want to watch, what's it called? 28 Days Later. It's a good movie, man. It's like a 20-year-old movie now, but it's just like, damn, man. It was such a good movie back then, too. Probably like it just the same now. Probably not, actually. Newark mayor lifts curfew near ICE facility after protests. So it looks like Oregon, of all places, has a curfew. That's kind of interesting. I guess maybe Trump... I think Trump actually did threaten certain mayors at one point. Tulsi Gabbard shares husband's successful cancer surgery update. Does that mean she's gonna stay? That'd be funny. Like, he's fine now, and then like she just ends up like reversing her decision like at the end of the month. That would be hilarious, actually. Please do that. Oh my god. I think that would make everybody's day too. They would be like, oh my god, she's staying now. Gabbard, director of national intelligence, shared a heartfelt video message before accompanying her Hawaii raised cinematographer. What? Am I saying that right? Cinematographer. Okay. Cinematographer. I'm retarded, guys. I don't know. I did have a little bit of caffeine before starting, but not nearly enough, apparently. Cinematographer. Husband of 11 years into the procedure, she resigned from the role effective June 30th to focus on his treatment. A decision praised by President Trump. Reports from her father confirmed Abraham emerged successfully, with the family grateful for the overwhelming support and aloha spirit online. Aloha spirit? Is that what they call it?
Good morning. We're getting ready to head into the hospital now for Abraham's surgery, and I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you with all of our hearts to all of you who have shared such beautiful messages and prayers and well wishes for Abraham. We're truly humbled and so grateful to be surrounded by so much aloha from all of you during this.
What the hell does aloha mean?
Aloha.
Hold up. Now I'm just like confused. I'm just like, what does aloha mean now? She sounds like she's using it in multiple meanings. I'm just like, well, now I gotta know. What does, how do you spell this? Aloha mean? Thought it meant hello. Aloha. Let's see, everyday usage, greeting, hello, farewell. So it's hello and goodbye. Deeper meanings, love, affection, compassion, mercy, peace, kindness, gratitude. Okay, so yeah, it's got multiple meanings. Represents a philosophy or way of life. So it's just like, everything is aloha. Everything's aloha. I guess it represents everything good, maybe? I don't know. Seems like you could put a lot there. Lots of pursuit and meaning. Especially with all the crazy news cycle lately. I mean, it's just like, we got this war going on, we got UFOs being revealed, got all these people creating all these crazy theories. It's like, I don't know, it makes you cherish a lot of the more basic things in life, Like, we used to always kind of pursue what's wild and obscene, and now we're just kind of like, whoa, this is getting a little too wild and obscene. I kind of want to, pursue some meaning in, I don't know, the basics. Is that just me? I feel like that probably is more of me lately, but at the same time, I think a lot of people that, can relate and kind of see the craziness for what it is. You can kind of also want to grasp onto something that is a little bit more normal. People ask me all the time, like, why do you play video games? Why do you still play video games on your podcast? Why don't you do something different? And I'm like, maybe it is a part of me trying to hold on to my childhood a little bit, but also at the same time, to me, it feels like it's some of the most normal stuff that's still available to me. Some of the cheapest form of entertainment that I can still have fun with and still interact with other people. Like, I know it might seem dumb to other people, but you might also ask yourself, like, what really drives, a pursuit of meaning in your life to a degree. And, if it's just like ranting with people on Rumble and on different social media platforms, maybe that's the only thing that gives you meaning in life. But I don't know. To me, it's more like music and gaming and the news and trying to pursue and learn new things. But also at the same time, it's just like there's such an overload of information. Now it's just like, what does this all really mean if we're being hit with this constant crazy overload of information every single day? You know, it brings out a more special meaning in the, I guess the mundane. The mundane, it's just normal. It's more accepting. It's something that little people or few people are going to argue with. I mean, obviously there are going to be those people that argue against the mundane, but I don't know, maybe we do have to like rethink our idea of virtue and moderation. I think that's why a lot of people are starting to kind of pursue religion and, other spiritual ideas as of recent years. We're starting to see that there is a major lacking in ethics and what ties us to those ethics and those rules, those standards that we're all supposed to follow. But anyways, I digress. I'm going to move on. Let's jump into today's content. Oh, I didn't even set this up today, did I? That's okay. We'll get it set up real quick. I ain't getting nothing set up. Alright. Let's see. We're on Tulsi. Where'd that Pentagon post go? It's not there anymore, is it? It's not there anymore either, is it? Let's talk about UAPs. I guess the Pentagon released some new UAP information. Oh yeah, Trump signs order to block illegal immigrants from U.S. bank accounts. Illegal aliens and foreign fraudsters steal billions yearly from American taxpayers. POTUS signed an EO to stop banks and financial institutions from aiding drug trafficking, illegal immigration, and the cartels behind it as part of the effort to end fraud and reverse mass illegal immigration. So bank accounts being used to enable illegal immigration or to store welfare received by illegal immigrants or illegal aliens will be shut down, and funds will be ultimately face impoundment and seizure so they can be returned to taxpayers. Returned to taxpayers. Interesting. So that was said today. So they can be returned to taxpayers. Maybe this will be the replacement for the tariff checks. Maybe we'll start to get like a fraud reparation check or something like that. I'm just speculating from, what we're reading right here, but I don't know. I think that would be a good idea. I think we should think about getting the money back to the American people, especially with the amount of debt right now. People need to pay off their debt, and if we don't have good means to do that, then naturally, I don't know, just it's hurting the administration, the less aid that the American people get right now. Give me just a second, y'all. Get down to where we need to be for today. I'm probably definitely not going to get through all this. That's from yesterday. There was some stuff I was wanting to talk about yesterday. I think we did cover that. Yeah, we covered that video. There was one particular video that I never got to yesterday. And it was revolving around... Actually, I remember covering that video, so... Maybe it's not in the feed anymore. I'm not sure. I can find another way to pull it up there real quick. Yeah, we made it to some of these posts, so I'm going to go back up here. We're going too far now. We're going to stop right there. Oh yeah, I posted that after last night's episode. So yeah, we got that in. Actually, I want to watch this real quick too. Oh, and we got something from Trump right there. We'll circle back to that later. Actually, I think this has got it inside of it too.
Look, we know that these rats will turn on each other. We heard today that one of the people who has been convicted of fraud, she was given $200,000 to bribe a juror, and she was so corrupt she skimmed $80,000 of it and only tried to give a $120,000 bribe. So we are going to offer whistleblower payments to anyone who wants to tell us the who, what, when, where, and how this fraud has been done. And I think that will give us a great leap forward on how to get it done. Look.
I don't feel like reading that entire textbook from Trump, so you guys can roll it back and pause it if you want to read it. I did just repost it too if you want to go check it out on my page. Jesse Waters says, shots fired, Trump just went off on Netanyahu. You're effing crazy. This is from yesterday, and I already talked about this yesterday, but we'll revisit.
Alert, the Iranians just got the wind knocked out of them. Overnight, U.S. forces conducted airstrikes on multiple targets, hitting the enemy's radar and command and control centers. That came after the mullahs shot down one of our own drones, a $4 million Predator. Central Command says these strikes were defensive. Kuwait, also in the crosshairs. The enemy fired off a barrage of missiles and drones into the country. 2 drones headed towards our airbase there. They were neutralized. Iran's proxy, Hezbollah, also feeling feisty this weekend. The terrorists launching over 50 rockets into Israel. This morning, Netanyahu ordered the IDF to strike the capital of Lebanon, Beirut, targeting Hezbollah strongholds in the vicinity. Israeli ground forces are also pushing into mainland Lebanon, capturing a 900-year-old medieval castle. Look at that. This is their deepest military incursion into the country in over 25 years. Trump, not that happy about Israel. More on that in a sec. But the Iranians are calling this a ceasefire violation. And they said they were suspending negotiations and vowing to completely block the strait. POTUS says that's just a bluff, writing on Truth that talks are continuing at a rapid pace. But if the talks are off, he couldn't care less. He told NBC, quote, I think we've been talking too much, if you want to know the truth. I think going silent would be very good, and that could be for a long time. POTUS says that wouldn't mean more bombs. We'd just go silent and let the blockade work its magic. CENTCOM says the blockade's turned around 121 ships, and U.S. officials tell the New York Times that the U.S. military has been quietly guiding ships through the strait, at least 70 of them. The president says, this is a waiting game. We're winning.
I'm in no hurry. I'd like to say I'm in a hurry because, gasoline prices are going to come tumbling down. But if you're going to be in a hurry, you're not going to make a good deal. And slowly but surely, we're getting, I think, what we want. And if we don't get what we want, we're going to end it a different way.
Hegseth, that's just sitting back on the world's largest arsenal.
We are prepared. We're postured even stronger today than we were on day one to address it that way if we have to, but he'd prefer not to. So Iran knows very, very clearly what our expectations are, and that's on the negotiating team to deliver. They're coming in our direction. The talks have been productive. I think they know where it needs to go.
47 believes we've already beaten them militarily, and now he wants to beat them at the negotiating table. He tells ABC that a peace agreement with Iran would be even better than a military victory because he thinks the Iranians are better negotiators than they are fighters. There's just one problem. Officials say the Iranians are literally in caves, and they're not using email. So how do you hash out a deal with a band of pirates living underground? It's tricky. Trump's armed himself with a Sharpie, and he's making his own edits. No loopholes.
They originally said, we will not develop a nuclear weapon. I said, well, what happens if you buy a nuclear weapon? So now it says we will not develop or in any way purchase a military weapon. That's a big difference.
The president says he hasn't agreed to the deal yet because he still has to get a few more points in. We'll see how long that takes. The president even called Netanyahu today, asking him to stand down in Lebanon. Trump kind of lit him up.
Joseph McMoneagle was tasked with...
Make sure I let him finish real quick.
Axios, he told him, quote, what the F are you doing? You're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me.
So, like I said yesterday, there is speculation whether or not Trump actually said this. So, just to pat myself on the back a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't say this exactly, because nothing's been exactly confirmed, but there has been some pushback here and there whether or not this was actually said. This could be some skewed facts. Supposedly the CIA might even run Axios. I don't know if that's true or not, but lots of people throwing rumors around like that. So if it's true, I'm going to throw it in. But if it's not true, it's all alleged stuff.
Saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. 47's trying to nail down this peace deal, and Netanyahu's trying to lock in as many gains as he can before the deal's done. But you know what's even worse? The Democrats. 47 saying this, quote, "It's much tougher for me to properly do my job and negotiate when political hacks keep negatively chirping at levels never seen before over and over again that I should move faster, move slower, or go to war, or not go to war, just whatever. Just sit back and relax. It'll all work out well in the end. It always does." POTUS says don't be a panicking, and the markets aren't blinking. Another day of all-time highs for the Dow, NASDAQ, and the S&P. The S&P just had its best 2 months run ever. Wall Street Journal said that's a sign of more good times ahead. And once the straits open and oil retreats, it'll all be worth it. But until then, hold on tight.
So the market seems confident, while the consumer doesn't seem confident at all. It's a very strange conundrum right now, at least with the current culture, the current zeitgeist, the current feeling of the situation. I mean, you talk to everyday people. I mean, I see tons of different people talking online. They're all just, everybody's kind of coming to a weird conclusion now that Trump's a traitor. I mean, you even see it on many of the podcasters, that we cover here on the channel. I'm kind of in between, where like sometimes I will come at Trump very, very harshly, but here lately I've been very, very calm. Just because it's one of those situations where it's like you kind of probably need to be calm. Because you definitely don't want it to go the wrong way, and overreacting or doing, some unneeded panicking might land you in the wrong place. Like, I don't know, jail. Anyways. All right, Holden Collada. Some random account. I guess that's not this guy. I don't believe. It's just some Gen Z guy. I did not mean to click on that. Go back. All right. So this is the CIA agent that I meant to cover yesterday, I believe at least. Let's
Joseph
make sure real quick.
McMoneagle was tasked with remote viewing Mars a million years ago, claimed to see people who were much taller than human beings and pyramid structures and sort of a civilization. Have you seen anything like that? Have you ever remote viewed Mars?
Okay, yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that I meant to play yesterday. For some reason, it was not in the feed. But this is actually the guy I was referring to whenever it comes to the mental mages. He can supposedly remote view and has been doing this for the longest time with the CIA. It seems like they have several of these types of people. There was even another video I came across where this one guy, all he does is pray, and he's able to summon UFOs into, into his backyard. Don't ask me how it works. I have no clue.
In stage 6, there's a phenomenon called bilocation, and there's one step beyond that, which we call perfect site integration. When you reach that stage, you're not at the target, okay? But your attention is so focused on the target that you forget about the room around you or anything else, and your attention is so focused on it, you cannot tell that you're not at the target. You feel the breeze on your face, you feel the temperature, everything, you see it. And the first time that happened to me was with the Sedona region at Mars. And I was working along. I'd gotten some coordinates, just some numbers. And I was working along, and all of a sudden, I felt sand under my feet. Now, here's an idiosyncrasy. I never remote view with my shoes on. I don't know why. I'm a Texas boy. I take my shoes off, And so I felt the sand under my feet, and I looked down, and I was in a hallway that was filled with sand. And I looked up, and there was an opening at the far end of the hallway. So I walked down to the opening, and it was open, so I leaned out, and the building that I was in was sloping backwards, and it was just all rough and just eroded and everything else. And I looked out. The sun was down. The sky was the wrong color. It was extremely cold. The place smelled bad. And I looked at the other things that were around and came back and described them and, drew a picture of it and all that. So I guess about 6 months later, we were out at place in California visiting Hal Puthoff. And there was a picture on the wall of the Sedona region of Mars. And this was not the picture everybody sees. You know how the picture they show is all fuzzy and all? Come on. They can read your license plate from 250 miles through air. You're going to tell me they can't see a mountain sharply from on Mars? And this was a very sharp picture. And there on the side of one of those pyramids, there's a little opening. Been there, done that, didn't get the T-shirt. But I was looking at this picture and realizing that everything I had drawn from that angle from above was in the right place. Everything. The sky that I saw was the color of the sky on Mars. The sun was dimmer, and further away and all that. And the bitter cold and everything else.
Was it red?
Oh, the sun?
The landscape?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was orangish red. Yeah. And all that. I mean, it was desert. It was sand. After that session, they said, "Oh, you're on Mars." And I said, "Oh, okay." But when I saw that picture, that's when I realized, hey, I was on Mars. And, I cannot say I've ever been physically on Mars. But I have had the experience, the real experience of walking through the sands of Mars. And how are you going to explain that to anybody? I've had the experience of it.
Did you see any alien life?
Actually, I did. Yeah. Because the monitor took me elsewhere after that. But yeah.
And so where did you go after that, where you saw alien life?
Down into the pyramid. And it was beings that are much larger than humans, but with atrophied limbs, probably incapable of ever coming out,
What did they look like? Did they look like humans but atrophied? Or
No, well, right at first they looked to me like worms. I mean, their legs and their arms were just, were there, but just, like I say, atrophied, not even used.
Was their skin color the same color as human?
Oh, roughly, I think. Yeah, as I remember it. I was there a very short time and they pulled me out. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Did you get the sense as to whether they had a relationship with mankind at all, or they were from...
I didn't. They pulled me out. They pulled me out from that, yeah.
And this was present Mars. This isn't a million years ago.
Present, yeah.
Interesting, right? They could all be crazy. They could all be PSYOPs masters, for all we know. But I don't know, at the same time, it's pretty cool, right? I actually argued with somebody the other day. I was like, well, how would you know if you're remote viewing something? Like, how would you know it's not your imagination? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know you're switching from, like, your regular imagination where you're just imagining yourself on Mars and you're imagining aliens, and if you actually are? I mean, I guess there's probably ways to, like, test and see if they're being honest, but at the same time, I don't know. It's strange. Ew, what's this? The CIA psychic spies? See, there was so much stuff that I should have included on yesterday's episode, but it's okay. It's alright, we're doing it today. We're pursuing meaning right now, and we're finding it. The CIA spent decades, plus millions on psychic spies. Remote viewing actually worked in some verified cases. Cold War psychic
This is the drawing,
espionage
okay,
was
that these
real.
remote viewers did. And this is the target. Think about what's happening. The person is sitting in a dark room, kind of like this. They're being given no description whatsoever. And think about all the different kinds of terrain and infrastructure that could be on it. And they draw this. Here's another crazy one. The Stanford Shopping Center. This is like almost like a one-to-one match, right? But not all of these are just about physical locations. There was obviously a lot of attempted military usage of this technology as well. And here's a good example, right? Here is a nuclear material test site. And remote viewing isn't always only draw me the picture of what a person would see if the person were in that place. Sometimes maps were given as well, like this tunnel system you see right here. So this is the match, this is the target, and this is the tunnel system that the remote viewer created that was later verified. A lot of the most inexplicable cases of remote viewing has to do with things that are hidden, such that a person who was there wouldn't be able to see it. Some of these are hidden in trucks, like you see here. Others are hidden under structures, like the famous submarine example. This is another example that kind of blew my mind when I was going through these archives. Again, think about the sheer amount of different kinds of terrain and infrastructure. And yet the match here is impossibly close. And here's another good example that shows a important element of remote viewing, which is the temporality. Because here you have a specific moment where a rocket engine test was being performed, and there was a white cloud. In the remote viewing drawing, there's also a white dust cloud, right? But the remote viewing temporality is not always simultaneous. Sometimes remote viewers are able to see what a site looked like decades before, and sometimes even in the future, which we'll hear the founder of the archives talk about later in the interview.
Interesting. I don't know. I still speculate. Are they just schizos? Did they see the site beforehand? CIA psychic spy pinpoints 4 hidden alien bases he claims are operating on Earth. That's from yesterday. I'll reshare that one too. UFO expert Dr. Stephen Greer says CIA has been faking alien abductions, mutilations, and even village attacks for decades in order to trigger public panic. Yikes. Alright, let's get to this story. This story has been circulating quite a bit today. Police just released the body cam footage of the killing of 18-year-old white male Henry Nowak. I guess that's how you say it. And it confirms the police laughed him off when he said he got stabbed. Everybody's calling this the White George Floyd event, basically, which, I don't know. I guess maybe we should probably call it his name now instead of George Floyd. Shouldn't compare everything to some other black guy.
What's happened to you, alright? Been stabbed. You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? Don't think you have, mate. Hand? I can't breathe. Put the hand in the cuff, mate. Yeah.
This is like the real crunch that has happened to us. You've been walking, you can't nothing happens.
He's saying he's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think
him.
you've been stabbed? In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't we?
Right.
In the face?
Just get these to back off, get their details on that, and I'll keep hold of him.
Should we
Right, keep you on your side, mate. You better retrieve then. Saying to him, keeping him on his side. We were sat up when we had him here, but he didn't like it. What's your name, mate? At the moment, you are under arrest, and that's for assault, so you do not have to say anything, may harm in defence. If you do not mention your own questions, it's up to which you later rely in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, alright? It's going to be sick, I think.
What's his name?
I just want you to call it.
Yeah, we've got this male, he's been beat up. Are we able to get an ambulance, please? His pupils aren't even reacting.
He's jumped over these fences and stuff like that. And he's up
Move
here.
away, mate.
He's obviously he's fallen
Right.
from there and he slipped from there. There's other shooters left over there, mate.
What's your name, mate? Huh? Has anyone been hurt other than him?
Yeah, me. He's grabbed my brother. He's took my turban off. Started grabbing my head.
Are you
like
injured?
that. Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruise.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
Got this stabbed.
Right, let's get you out of there, shall we? Oh.
I was in bed asleep. Whenever just find me up there, look, someone's attacked me. I can't breathe.
Grab his other arm.
I'm trying to pull him up.
What's happened to you, alright?
Been stabbed.
You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? Don't think you have, mate. Hand?
I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate.
Yeah. This is like
Oh,
the real
please.
crunch that has happened to us. You've been walking, you can't multiple times we've had people racistly
Mind your
attack
foot.
us, nothing happens.
He's saying he's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think he's
him.
been stabbed? In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't we?
No.
In the face?
Just get these to back off, get their details on that, and I'll keep hold of him.
So one thing about this video that I don't think is really being talked well about, it doesn't seem like it's easy to see a lot of blood or anything. So I think that's what's really confusing a lot of the cops here. Now, I mean, I know that the weird political situation in the UK has erupted, and there is a weird protection of, I guess, who they consider to be the minority class, which I don't even know if they're minorities at this point. But, you know, they try to make it out as if white people are racist against this group, and they put extra special protections against the minority class, and then, you know, it outweighs anything that the so-called majority or white class or white race, I don't know how you'd really determine it at that point. It is obviously racially divided, so. But he was stabbed with a ice pick type knife. Some say it might have been a ritual type knife that I guess Muslims might use. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to see on the body cam a lot of blood or anything, so it's hard to, you know, determine. But what people are really speculating is that, you know, if this knife was more of like a pick-like, you know, cut, it could actually create internal bleeding and make it even harder for the blood to come out that smaller spout hole that, you know, is kind of created, because it is more of like a it's almost like a pencil being stabbed into you, and then it pulls out, and then you have all this internal bleeding, but then you have a small puncture, so it's harder for that blood to come out of that particular hole, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and move on from this story. It's, you know, it's very sad. It's sad that he's obviously in pain and, you know, hurting. He's saying he got stabbed. They're not automatically calling the ambulance. I don't know. I know that UK cops aren't allowed to wear guns, I believe, if that's still a rule, but I don't think any of them are allowed to have guns, so they show up and they're probably extra cautious because they don't have anything to really, you know, fend off attackers if people attack them. But at the same time, since, you know, the so-called minority class knows that they'll be protected, there's no reason to attack the cops whenever the cops are really protecting you. So it almost seemed as if he was going to get charged and arrested, which he was. But as far as I know, I want to say he actually died. I haven't actually checked on that particular fact yet, but I could real quick if I wanted to. Let's see, we already went through all of that. Oh yeah. This actually is a good video for meaning. I'm not going to cover all of it. I'll cover a little bit.
Next news. Breaking news.
For years, Americans were told the UFO story was about blurry videos, radar blips, and maybe some secret aircraft the government didn't want to explain. Now the conversation is taking a very hard turn, and it's getting a whole lot stranger. We're no longer just hearing about craft in the sky, we're hearing about portals, biological entities, the Book of Enoch, demons disguising themselves as UFOs, and even whispers that something big may be forcing disclosure right now. This is not just a technology story anymore. It's become a question about reality itself, and once you see where this is going, you can't unsee it. Now here's why this matters. See, a recent Pentagon file release pushed UFOs back into the national spotlight, with even mainstream outlets are openly asking whether the United States will ever confirm alien existence. Prediction markets now show 17.1% think that happens before 2027, and 28% before 2028, and 36% before January 20th of 2029. And that tells you something important. The public has moved past laughing this off. And then Joe Rogan added fuel to the fire by suggesting disclosure may be building towards an event. Not just another hearing, not just another paper dump, but something profound that people in power may be preparing for. He even pointed to figures like Marco Rubio, Tulsi Gabbard, and Anna Paulina Luna taking the issue very seriously. Meanwhile, Congresswoman Lauren Boebert says files available to lawmakers include references to portals and biological entities. So stop and think about that. We've gone from asking, is there craft, to asking, what are these things? And that's where the story stops being entertainment and starts becoming civilizational. Now, as this conversation pushes people to think harder about the body and the mind and what helps us function at our best, let me tell you what caught my attention for exactly that reason. Now, you have probably seen the clip of Joe Rogan talking with Mel Gibson. about people close to them facing serious health struggles and then seeing dramatic improvements. When Rogan brings up light-based therapies, Gibson says that plainly this stuff works. See, that got my attention. In my own life, I watched my wife deal with constant discomfort and anxiety for far too long. And seeing real relief matters. And that's why I want you to check out Red Light Therapy from Jonathan Otto at myredlight.com. Now, these devices, they're designed to support the body at a cellular level. A lot of people swear by them for recovery, wellness, and everyday support, just like my family. And if you want to try it for yourself, go to myredlight.com. Use NNN25 for individual items or NNN30 for bundles. Now, back to the part of the story that should have every American asking whether we're looking at science, secrecy, or something spiritual. Because here's the twist: the corporate press still does not know how to handle. The most provocative voices in this discussion are no longer just pilots or Pentagon officials or defense analysts. Now you have religious language entering the file. Rogan says that Luna told him to read the Book of Enoch. Goldberg says classified material mentions portals. And the chief exorcist for the Archdiocese of Washington is openly warning that demons may present themselves as aliens, orbs, and UFOs. That is not a fringe side note. That is the story changing shape in real time. And even Matthew Modine is here. You know, the actor. The wait is over. Accidental Truth Next Beyond UFO Disclosure is out now. Together we explore the new questions humanity must face as the reality of non-human intelligence moves from speculation and public consciousness. What does it mean for our future, our understanding of reality, and for ourselves? And he tags all of these individuals in this film. Burleson, Burchett, who else? I mean, like, the list goes on and on. Now it's available, this new film is on Amazon, Prime Video, Apple TV, and even YouTube Movies. So this is what has just released in the entertainment world, but is it really entertainment anymore?
Hey, this is Alien. We already know life exists in the universe. It's been over 8 years since we heard about the government UFO program, ATIP. Are we any closer to an official government disclosure regarding non-human intelligence?
They briefed us on some stuff that was frankly terrifying.
The DoD and the intelligence community is very comfortable saying it's unknown.
What are we actually talking about?
I can't share with you the details, ma'am. There are those who will stop at nothing to hide the truth.
Whistleblowers are safe. I guarantee that.
I am the drop. My career has been tarnished.
People have been killed.
It's likely a balloon. It's likely a balloon. You know, a bird. It's starting to sound like a broken record.
I think they're showing the, what is that movie that just came out? Is it Disclosure? The Disclosure event or something like that, or it might be Disclosure Day. I know there's also a Spielberg movie that's about to come out called the same thing, or Day of Disclosure. I think there's also another scheduled event for either July 4th or July 8th, somewhere around in there. Big reveal, I think, from the president. There's something that happens on June 12th as well. Is it the Spielberg movie? I can't remember exactly when that comes out. Either way, DHS Secretary Mullen confirms ICE arrested rioters who came all the way from Portland.
Not from New Jersey, came from Portland to lead. We've seen that they've been well supplied. We've seen Antifa flags being flown. And once the state police came out, and which, by the way, awesome group of guys, they understand crowd control very well. And they started pushing the individuals back after they warned them, started making arrests. You saw that the situation quickly got under control. And for us, when we first started calling, they were simply saying they didn't have the resources. And it's interesting to me that they finally found the resources and started clearing their streets. We can control our building. We can provide security for our own building. But if the city and state streets, that is their job to do. However, we will do it if we have to protect our employees. Individuals that
reports coming out of Iran, you can confirm or deny this, that they're not really involved in this at all. It sounds like, once again.
So in just the last, 25 minutes, the Iranians shot down an MQ-9 drone belonging to the Americans. It was shot down in the southern Bashir province. So still today, for the third consecutive day, there's an exchange of fire between the United States, which has a combat air patrol over the area, and Iranians on the ground. Reportedly, yesterday, the shots were fired at a U.S. tanker that was trying to sneak through the Strait of Hormuz. Today, the Iranians have stopped 4 more U.S. ships, so they continue to test it. The foundation of what Iran is willing to agree to has not been agreed to, if Scott Bessent is to be believed. The Iranians insist on the assets are unfrozen, not sometime in the future, now, unfrozen, that the sanctions are ended, particularly on oil, that the Strait of Hormuz will be under Iranian control in tandem with Oman, and that ships will pay an environmental fee, just like they do passing through the Dardanelles to go in and out of the Black Sea, where Turkey is handling that. And fourth, an end to the war. The war in Lebanon's got to stop, and that means stopping the killing of Palestinians in Gaza and West Bank as well. Unless Trump forces the hand of the Israelis, that's not going to happen. And if that doesn't happen, this ceasefire is not going to hold. But there is no agreement to end the fighting at all. They're still far apart. Iran they make clear what their conditions are. It's the Trump administration that's under the firm control of the Zionists that's unwilling to accept those conditions.
Missing U.S. nuclear researcher found dead 1 year after disappearing. I had another article with her. I don't know why it's just there alone. Maybe I covered it yesterday. I can't remember. Trump announces ambassador to Turkey is billionaire Tom Barrack. Yes, the same Tom Barrack from the Epstein files. Yikes. Former defense attaché John Turchert.
The mission hasn't changed. Reopen the strait and denuclearize the regime. Nobody wants this war to drag on forever. Trump already has other excursions on his mind. Cuba. And he's still flirting with making Canada the 51st state. So who knows?
Anyways, I'll finish my sentence. Says the U.S. has been minimalist in every response to Iran, and that's the problem. His view, the blockade is working, but it's a race against the clock. The way to win it faster is to drop the ceasefire and take strikes to the heart of the regime. The things keeping the hardliners in power.
What's next? John Teixeira is the former Deputy Undersecretary of Foreign Affairs and former Senior Defense Attaché in the Middle East. Okay, so tonight, a lot of action. Missiles, drones being intercepted by U.S. missile defense. But the Iranians, still kind of squirrely. What do you think?
Jesse, every time we've seen one of these cycles, this is the fourth one of these in the last week and a half, I firmly believe that it's Iran testing us in how we will respond. And in each case, we've been minimalist in our response. We've claimed over and above that the response is defensive in nature. And I think the only way we break that cycle is by using language that they understand, which is strength, capability, will, and resolve. And it's about time to re-engage in kinetic activities against Iran.
So you think drop the ceasefire, finish off the target list?
Jesse, I actually think that the first 6 weeks of operations against Iran were at the operational level, that we never really focused our strikes on the heart of the regime. And I think once President Trump realizes that Iran is going to continue to act and negotiate in bad faith, then now we take the strikes to the heart of the regime, the things that keep them in power, the things they value most. And I think that changes the strategic calculus and returns the initiative to us.
So you would focus on regime collapse through a full-blown aerial assault. You don't think the naval blockade, if you give it patience, would do the trick?
Jesse, I do think that the blockade has been massively effective. I wish we would have started 6 weeks prior when we started combat operations, but it's a bit of a race against the clock. And whether the regime reaches its tipping point first because of the pressure of the blockade, or the President of the United States reaches his tipping point because of domestic and international pressure, but the way that you accelerate that clock in our favor is to return to kinetic activity, again at the strategic level.
When you hear that the gay Ayatollah is alive and kicking, well, kicking with one leg, he only has one leg, and Rubio says he's re-engaging, how do you interpret that?
Jesse, I'm pretty clear that you're not winning a war when 8 weeks into the ceasefire and the leader won't even show his face in public. But I do believe that the IRGC and the hardliners are trying to consolidate their power in Iran. They're the ones that have the guns and know how to use them. They're the ones that are the vanguard of the revolution. And they're the only ones, I think, that are talking to the supreme leader. And I think that the way you get their attention is through those strategic strikes that I recommended.
All right, John, good to talk to you. Thank you so much for your insight.
The gay Ayatollah. 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 I don't want any Tola. Israeli National Security Minister Ben Gvir says that it's time to say no to President Trump. Now is the time to do what is necessary and continue striking Hezbollah. So it seems like this guy and Netanyahu agree to disregard what Trump says. So Trump getting all big mad yesterday might be for nothing. If he even did that, I mean, who knows?
Any medical advice for the Americans out there that are suffering from a very serious ailment called Trump derangement syndrome?
I am concerned about folks who have focused their entire life energy on dislike of the president. It's disheartening to see people lost in that way, but you know, treating stupid is really hard, and it becomes a real problem. And these folks are off. The GLP-1s.
Any medical advice for the
You know, it's kind of funny when you deal with this stuff. You and I talked to the ethics people the other day. Everybody knows I make these crazy skateboards, and people asking, "Hey, sell me a skateboard." So I said, "Well, let me go check it out with ethics." I literally got to get attorneys involved to sell a dadgum skateboard. But if I want to do insider stock trading, just get elected to Congress. Really, I mean, let's just be honest. Look, everybody ought to do like I do. Get their $12,000 portfolio in a mutual fund. Let my buddy Tommy Seiler handle it. He does pretty well. Although my daughter's going to school now, so I'll be cashing that out very soon. But look, we're public servants. We're stewards of the community. Nobody's above the law. You hear that. It's kind of become cliche up here. But for years, members of Congress, we know they've gotten rich using hardworking American taxpayers' money. Members sit on committees. We attend private meetings where we gain privileged information about companies. Congress appropriates money to economic sectors that may overlap with members' own portfolios. I call it the war pimps a lot. I worry about us voting on wars that we're going to send our kids off to that we couldn't even find on a dadgum globe, and members having owned stock in those things. The American taxpayer always gets the short end of the stick, and Congress seems to profit at their expense. This body's been enriching itself on the taxpayer's dime, and dadgummit, it's got to stop. The president's already said he would sign a bill banning stock trading for members of Congress if passed. I think the real test is going to be whether Congress has the guts to stand up and do what's right. And I'm proud of all these people up here. I don't agree with some of these people on anything. If Cortez told me the sun was coming up tomorrow, I'd go out and check it out.
What happens is that the whole world is left with this false idea.
That last video is an old video. I just realized that.
Things that have been done under the name of
this is too, actually.
Abductions, mutilations, blowing up villages, weird creatures tearing off faces in South America. Those are all human operations.
Yeah.
I've spoken to people in special forces who know those are all their operations. Beginning in the 90s, I had special forces and contractors describe what they were doing with this. So it can't be kept secret any longer that this has been going on. It's like other scandals that have come out in the past, right? That just at a certain point, the public will understand it and deal with it. But more than that, the people in government who are supposed to represent us, we the people, need to get those under control and stop it. And also, I have said to people, if they ever go into these black sites, the first thing they need to get and show to the public are the man-made aliens, the program life forms, the robotic gray aliens, the man-made craft that they're putting these creatures on and abducting people and staging bizarre events just to affect people's consciousness and make them afraid. And this is the old game. You create a boogeyman. Any demagogue knows this. You just create a specter of fear, and everyone wants to be protected, and they lose all reason. Their intellect and their spiritual faculties go out the window because they're in a fight or flight fear mode, and that part of the brain shuts off higher thinking. And so through fear and manipulation, the CIA psychological warfare operations working with these various compartmented military and intelligence groups and corporations have set this up and have been pulling this stunt for 60 years. That has to be stood down. It has to be exposed. You cannot cover that up.
Sam Altman and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer did a data center groundbreaking today in Saline Township, Michigan. In case you didn't know. In case you wanted to know. Candace Owen says they are lying to us about Russia, Christian expression, and heritage. Here is unmatched.
Release and a new Steven Spielberg movie are putting UFOs back in the headlines.
This 79-year cover-up of the truth has to end.
We're interrupting our coverage.
When Disclosure Day actually happens, we're going to have to accept we haven't been alone since the beginning of time.
All the extraterrestrial buzz has us asking, will the United States ever confirm that aliens exist? Our sponsor, Kalshi's prediction markets show more than 17% think the government will confirm alien existence by next year, while 28% think the truth will come out by 2028, and 36% say yes before January 20th, 2029. A recent Pentagon file release and a new Steven Spielberg movie are putting UFOs back in the headlines.
This 79-year cover-up.
Play it again.
You are fucking crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. You are fucking...
Obviously AI. Alex Jones says Benjamin Netanyahu just said that the bombing of Lebanon will continue. Trump responded by telling the Israeli Prime Minister, "You're fucking crazy."
And Hezbollah launched more than 50 rockets into northern Israel as Israeli ground forces push deeper into southern Lebanon. This morning, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered the IDF to strike the Lebanese capital of Beirut, specifically the Dahya neighborhood, a Hezbollah stronghold. Since that announcement, thousands have fled the area in this part of Beirut in cars and on foot.
There will not be a situation where Hezbollah attacks our cities and our citizens, and its terror headquarters in Beirut and the Dahia remain out of bounds.
Iranian officials still trying to tie the situation in Lebanon to a broader agreement with the United States. Bill?
Trey, one of the questions I get the most over the weekend was why it's so difficult
And Hezbollah launched more than 50 rockets into northern Israel as Israeli ground forces pushed deeper into southern Lebanon. This morning, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered the IDF to strike the Lebanese capital of Beirut, specifically the Dahya neighborhood, a Hezbollah stronghold. Since that announcement, thousands have fled the area in this part of Beirut in cars and on foot.
That's what I've been told, that at the highest levels, the guys that are read it and briefed on this stuff, it's not just, hey, we have craft, we've got some bodies. We've been in contact. There's contact that's been made. There's
a relationship. From the sourcing that I'm hearing from over the years, a relationship.
Exactly right. Treaties, agreements. Let's say we're so far down the line, we probably have a space fleet that's off planet at this point. From things
We do.
We are so far down the line. How do you tell the American?
It's called the Secret Space Program. I think it's even got other names too.
People? Like, where do you even begin? I guess this is where you begin, right? If you're going to do it, you got to drip it. You got to drip it, and then it's like just like I said earlier, that the president was clear in his post about the disclosure that he's going to put it all out there, and he's going to trust. I think these were even his words: trust that the American people will draw the right conclusions. At least this was the words behind the scene that was conveyed to me. Trust that the American people are going to draw the correct conclusion. What's the correct conclusion? Yeah, this is all real. That's the correct conclusion. Now, will Americans draw that conclusion? Some of us will, but there's a lot of there's a PSYOP narrative, a very persistent PSYOP narrative out there that all of this is just Project Bluebeam, or this is just smoke and mirrors to distract us from this or the other. And yes, the narrative can be conveniently used for whatever, right?
Exxon announced that oil prices will rise to 150 to 160 in the coming weeks. So I guess if Trump wants to keep oil under $100, he's going to have to wrap this up in the coming weeks. So basically at the end of the month, this whole shit show's got to end, or it's going to get a lot worse. Let's have to wait and see. RT says, meet the man who is mentioned in the Epstein files over 900 times, World Jewish Congress President Ron Lauder, who wants out war on everyone who won't listen to the Jewish state.
Also must go on the offensive. There should be a completely new and vitally important government operation with a new director, not just a political appointee, but someone who knows PR and news backwards and forwards. It should be a separate building. It should have a $1 billion budget. Some of the $1 billion should come from Jews in the diaspora. Diaspora Jews should partner with Israel in this PR fight, because in the end, it won't be just protecting the Jewish state, it'll be protecting the Jewish people worldwide. And Israel should use its excellent intelligence services in this fight. The Mossad and Shin Bet are second to none, and they must know where these lies are coming from. It just makes sense to use them in this fight, and it should be one day in, day out. When Israel is hit with lies, Israel should hit back twice as hard. Its response should be furious. It should counterattack every single hour of every single day. And no institution should be spared. And there should be a special investigative section that investigates the old sacred cows like the UN.
Like one other video I want to cover before we start today's game. CIA accused of poisoning the sky with toxins as files expose secret weather control agenda. It's from the Daily Mail. Bill is going to oversee the 17 agencies. Bill Polt. U.S. strikes tanker heading to Iran with Hellfire missile. 5 hours ago. This is the video right here that I was wanting to cover real quick. Victor Bout breaks down how the Bolshevik Revolution was carried out by Jews from New York who were shipped in, financed, and used as foot soldiers of the British globalists.
The Jews, unfortunately, been used always like, active, or I would say attack command. Yes, you're absolutely right. The Russian Revolution started because there is entire, ship, a lot of the Jews from New York was sent to Russia. They've been lavishly financed. And out of blue appears Bolshevik and Lenin, who Before that, nobody even believed that they can do something. They've got a brand new, armaments. They've got a very well equipped, and they pay lavishly to anybody who joined them. And then they
had trainloads of British gold.
Correct. Yeah, and then they start, saying, okay, go and pillage the Russian churches. Each church, by determination, will hold at least several kilos of the gold, numerous, maybe 1,000 kilos of the silver, very antique icons. So that's why they went and pillaged the museums and sold them by the trainloads. Whenever they destroyed the churches. By the way, there is no single synagogue was destroyed during the Lenin in this revolution in Russia. Isn't that amazing?
Was there anybody who was immune to any genetics or demographics or cultures that were immune to COVID-19?
There's one adult group, you're going to laugh, but there's one adult group, no specific ethnicity or culture, but you're going to laugh, smokers.
Smokers couldn't get it?
They got it very mild cases. And they don't get long COVID. You know why?
Why?
Because smokers maintain a level of nicotine in the bloodstream. They actually smoke frequently enough. Blood nicotine blocks the spike protein as it's interfacing with the nicotinic acetylcholine receptor. Smoking blocks the spike protein. It's amazing. I thought smokers were going to go down.
Well, who knows now then? All those years of all those smoking advertisements ended up probably saving people's lives 40 years later.
My God. Well, you know what? We use a nicotine patch, 7 mil.
Yeah, get you a nicotine patch for COVID, nanobots. I've heard all kinds of weird theories at this point. Hey, look what we got tonight. We got Ultra Terrestrial Time Cop. First song is called Time Cop Ultra. Let's just play it, why not? We'll even play it in order, why not? I'm gonna keep it kind of a little bit lower tonight. That way we can game. Oh shit, I just realized it's all over the screen, isn't it? I'll get that off. There we go. That doesn't work. Why ain't it working? There we go. Is that gonna work now? Yay! Alright, we fixed it. Glad I caught myself. Maybe the first time I made that mistake, leaving it on there. Alright, let's play. I had this plugged in already.
Nathan? Yeah. Playing home. Not bad, huh? That's pretty cool. Take the wheel for a second. All this running around, surviving by the skin of our teeth. I think we've actually taken a moment to step back and appreciate just how far we've come. Chris Magna.
Superb as Magna.
Listen, little brother. See, you will get over it. If you bring back a treasure like that, anyway.
I don't know. Maybe I've done this one too many times.
I get to drive. Yay!
Oh, I mean, at least there's an island, right?
Yeah, at least there's an island.
Keep an eye out for anything man-made. Ah, you mean pirate? Sure. So, maybe Libertalia is more of a small beachside shack. Yeah, maybe. Give me a sec.
Looks like I can. I can jump right there. The sharks? Almost looks like I can jump right there. I guess not. Where'd my boat go? Why the fuck is he going over there? Get over here, bitch. The hell, bro? Chill. The fuck are you doing? Asshole. Get out of the chair.
Nathan, you were saying? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe it's a tree house.
Maybe Avery spent his entire fortune setting up this treasure hunt and ran out of money to actually build Libertalia.
Yeah.
What if he did?
And both of us better find a place to hide.
Do I need to restart this game?
You know, crazy worldwide treasure on the side. Maybe we had the right idea.
I might need to. It's been kind of glitchy.
By his own rules, travel the world. Maybe his fortune is one. Sure. Apart from huge boundaries.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart it real quick. I'll save it and then we'll do it. Just gonna do it real quick. Jumping straight back into it. Alright, hopefully it'll load a little bit better this time.
Strange feeling. Like we're finally on the verge of something really great, and I'm excited.
It could just be because I'm on the water.
You have any idea what I'm talking about?
I do.
Does seem like it's playing a little bit better now.
Nathan, up there. What definitely qualifies as man-made. Pirate made. Find a way to that power. Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. How do I, can I not crouch? I don't know.
Over here, stairs. Good old lookout. Let's see if we can spot something from up there. Okay, up we go.
Turn up just a little bit.
This way.
No, that's not what I wanted. I forgot which button to climb it was. I think I hold the LB button or something. That's what it is. Use your error. Press the wrong button.
Some kind of symbol. It's like a compass arrow. Well, there's one thing I've learned from you. That's everything. And look, below us. Yep. Use the rope and propel down.
Hey, wait. There was an easy way down. I just saw it.
Follow these arrows. See where they go. Go. Yeah. Let's do this.
Where's the arrow at? Is that it?
Hey, look. Another arrow over there.
Point to the tower? Supposed to turn it or anything? Let's see what's over here real quick.
So let's check this out. Sounds good to me. Over there. The fullest. See a way up.
See if I can rock climb.
Move on then. Time to go. Look at you. I have to keep up with you now. Take a look around, you want to come? Of course I Supplies. Early expedition. Okay. What do you got here? This was written by Burns' grandson.
Makes sense. The cross in Panama was hollow. Must be following the same clues as us.
Still no way out.
Okay, let's go. All right, little brother, let's do it.
Tell me to go. Other side of the island. Hang around. What the fuck? Oh, it's because I'm next to the shore. Whoa, no, no. Over here? Oh. Follow the stone arrows. Okay. Tell me to go this way. Did or not? Is there another one? Yeah. There's another one, I think. Yep. There's another one. Oh, here we go.
Giant gate. Inside. What about this big pillar in the middle of the cave? Looks climbable. Oh yeah. Yeah, that could work.
Gotta climb that. Where's the entry point? I don't know where to get up at. Am I supposed to jump from the boat? I guess that's what I'm supposed to do.
This is pretty cool. What? Climbing this cliff? Yes! Climbing this cliff on a giant secret pirate island? I mean, come on. I like it. All right, back in business. Okay, hold on. Just gotta not fall to my death. Maybe it wasn't much subtlety or understanding, was it? Well, we had the money. Got it, come on, let's get a closer look. Oh, look, the main entrance is blocked by debris. Again.
Well, I guess these buildings clearly didn't take hundreds of years of erosion into account. Clearly. We need to find another way around. Arches remind me of the St. Dismas Cathedral, but I don't know. Oh, rope bridge up there. Come on. See what you can find up there. You got it. Well, there's a path. I don't see another way up yet. Oh, hold on. Sam! You okay? At least I'm on the other side. Okay. Still need to get you up here. Hang tight. Anything? Sam, hey! You still there?
worry, you got distracted. I'm distracted now. That's the way.
Where are we going from here? I'm going right here. I'm not going that way. I'm supposed to drop from the other side.
Now what? Gotta be a way across.
Oh shit. Oh, cool. I didn't think I was gonna make it for a second. There we go. Did you already make it? Here it comes. Oh. Coming, bro? Oops.
Looks like we're still on the right track. How the hell did no one find this place? All right.
Ottoman helmet. Interesting.
Back at the orphanage. Did you ever think we'd be doing crazy shit like this? No, I can't say I didn't. Looks like we're heading down. Right behind us.
Where'd he go? Oh. Shit. Damn. Let it catch up for a second, jeez. Kinda weird. Is it gonna? Okay, yeah, it's moving now. Crazy. I got too fast for it. This part got too heavy for it for some reason. Oh yeah, I'm on battery. 1 second. Alright, that should fix a lot of it. I didn't realize I switched over. How low did I get? Oh, we weren't that low. But that's why the loading screen went all crazy. Shit, I might have to save it and restart. Yeah, we're gonna do that real quick. Just learn to do that when it gets like this. Come on, buddy. Yeah, it's like barely moving now. Save! Let me save. Come on. There we go. Hopefully it hasn't been doing that for too long. I don't think it has. Let my computer catch up for a minute. Starting the game back up. Got this on screen. Just check. This is a heavy scene for some reason.
Look at this place.
Yeah, this game definitely can't play on battery for too long. It's heavy. It looks great though. Like even for this being my older computer, it still looks great. I'm not playing on my new computer. This game probably would look a lot better and play a lot better on my new computer. But I've been playing this one on my older computer the entire time. I still think it looks good for it being the older generation. Got us a map.
Sam, look, hey, maybe they were planning a massive theme park? Pirate Land. Sam, check out this diorama. That looks like a city street. You think they actually built all this stuff? These guys, I don't know anymore. Tools, seeds, provisions, probably past your sell by.
Thought it wouldn't there. Are you going that way? Where are we going? Nothing over here? Where does it want me to go? I need to get right there somehow. Not sure where it wants me to go. Maybe it's not in here. sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I didn't see that.
Sam, check it out. Look, Pirate Captain Sizzles all gathered around Avery.
Yeah, I probably needed that cutscene. Alright, this one too. Yep.
Avery and two holding court over their captains. Looks like they're writing their code of conduct. Pirate Bill of Rights.
I need your code of conduct.
Avery ship.
These are how states are formed, actually.
Attacking the Gunsway. That's how it all started.
They rise out of anarchy.
The story of the founding of liberty.
Yep. From anarchy to libertarianism. Libertarda, he said.
Stadium of some kind. Yeah, it's where they named Libertalia.
Libertalia.
Must have. Look at all this. You don't commit your entire life to something just to walk away from it in the end. Well, things don't always go as planned.
Now what? Did I look at that one already? Is that all of them? Oh, there's a pressure plate? I didn't even know there was a pressure plate. Why anybody say anything about a pressure plate?
Mechanism's busted or something. No. One way or another, we're getting in there. Slip it together, all right? Okay. This is heavy. Just think about all that treasure. Yeah, thinking about my back. Looks like we got ourselves another trial. Sure looks like it. Let's see what these do. Okay. Symbols on the spheres don't match the ones on the right. They turned the symbols. That'll help.
There we go. Alright. Damn it.
Bosworth. He was a Mullah. One of the soldiers on He was teaming up with Asians. Stories have it he was taken to get executed. He got freed during the battle and blew up the gun's way with guns. Great slavery brought him along? Exactly. What about that other guy? He started as a nobody. And the fiercest voice. Joseph Farrell, William Mays, Tariq bin Malik, and Uganda. 8 options now. Look, the symbols on the ring are constantly rotating. Jeez. Bin Malik guy. Polish. Yeah, no, he is. What's he doing so far from the Barbary Coast? It was us. Action.
What? How's that not it? Oh shit. I didn't realize that had a hoop on it. Son of a bitch. Why is that one twisted around now? Can we walk on this? Yeah.
Okay, where to now? Missing Avery statue. You know, I'm starting to get the feeling that our friend was a bit of a narcissist. You think? Let's go see what he's got in store for us. It's a long way down.
I just want to see if it would let me. Shut up. I I'm just going down. I don't think I can make it that. Excuse me. Let me around here. Where I'm at now. Oh, there's a boat. Good. What is up with the boat? Chill. Jeez. Is he on?
Monstrous Avery statues to the right. So excited, my hands are literally shaking. Yeah, I know the feeling. Either that or I need another cigarette. There he is. Talking about monster life. Yeah, he's big.
It is big. What? I forgot what we're doing. I didn't even let the shaders load tonight, did I? Oh well. Turned into a storm now. How do I get up here again?
Stop singing the seashells. Yeah, that's probably.
Are we going back up to the tower? Oh yeah, the stairs are over here. Forgot. Come on. I'm going. Oh yeah, I don't know why I came back up here. Oh, okay. Oops. Fall down. Oh, I have to be over here. Oh, okay. Now, okay. Gotcha. Well, at least it wasn't too far away. I thought I had to get up there with the hourglass or something.
And sit. Come on. Okay. How are you? All right, Captain. So, big skull-shaped island, what? Big island. No skull. It's gotta be it. The battalion. It's optimistic considering everything. You know, it is just us here. You're allowed to see us just a little bit of excitement. Very exciting to get out from that blue side. Okay. No. Location never just usually means the opposite of location.
Hell? Things escalated quickly. Marooned. That's a word you don't use often.
Sam, can you hear me? Damn it! Sam! Sam, are you there?
Okay, so I guess I have to jump in no matter what. Is that what I'm getting from this? Go see if I can jump in over here. If I die, I die. It's not telling me what to do, so let's just do it. Hold up. Let me jump. They're not gonna let me. You know where I came from? Yeah. So why is it not giving me another way? Or did I just not find it? I must be really stupid tonight because I can't seem to find the right ways. Oh, there it is. I just now saw it. Go!
Thank God our supply box. Of course. Everything's gone. That's the first sign of crazy. Jesus. Okay. I'm alright. I'm alright. Oh, shit. Just push through. Just push through. Damn it.
The hell? Is that supposed to happen? Maybe not, I don't know. Getting lost in the music now. Where's everybody at tonight? Yeah, I guess that was supposed to happen. We're in a cutscene now.
coming to you.
Can't hook onto it. Kind of weird. Ooh, that was close. No! Damn! I'm going here. Oh shit, here we go. We're going this way. Ooh. I was wondering if it was gonna let me. Why would his brother leave him that far away though? Maybe they picked him up.
Watch your back, Sam. I should hold it. Let's hope.
Am I going here? Pretty. There's something shiny over there, I think, yeah. Really? That's it? Where do I go? We're going this way? Let's see what's this way. It's pretty. Going that way? Probably. Or just jump over there. I don't know. Let's try this way.
Jesus.
See my way up, just up. Where's I'm gonna go? Give me a spyglass finally. Can I use it? It's over here. Nothing. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to find that way.
Oh, hey. Does anyone come by here? Tall, lanky, big, stupid ideas. Bad luck, huh?
Oh, map.
Try to climb up there. In those boots?
Shit.
Pretty sure you don't need this. Yeah, it's working.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. That makes sense now.
Almost there.
Oh, okay, that's how you do it. Nice. Why can't I move? I couldn't move for a second. Oh shoot. Am I supposed to like hook onto something right here? I'm supposed to go. Ah. What the fuck? I pressed the button. I was pressing X. I don't know, it was acting kind of glitchy. Shit. Damn it. I'm about to die. Or not. I'm gonna restart. I didn't know exactly where that guy was at. It's playing better now anyways. I haven't seen him before. That was my bad. Might as well. Makes it a lot easier this way. What's the knockout button? Is it X? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Shit, just die. I need to restart. There's way too many guys out here. This is definitely something you gotta be stealthy in. Don't fall this time. How do you jump over there? Oh fuck. Yeah, you can't make it. I tried. I'll be able to make it to the other lower level. I'm gonna try something. Where's the other guy? Got him! Fucking A! Fucking A! Fucking A! I was doing pretty good for a minute. Oh shit, I got snipers out there too? Shit. Man, they're really making you like have to be stealthy. Can I go over there? I wish I could swing right there. Won't let me. Got him. Yeah. Fucking shooting at me. They're above me. No! Oh fuck. I need to start over anyways. Hey, he's already dead. How's that? Yeah, some of the guys are already dead. That's kind of weird. Maybe I got to a checkpoint. Yeah. Drop off, motherfucker. Shit, I don't know that. Should be hunt me, right? Can I get a silencer on it? You guys can come over here if you want. Weird. I know I'm gone. shit. Hey, everybody. That made me have to pee. What's that? Huh. Oh fuck, I pressed the wrong button. It's okay. Alright. Where are we going? Where are we going? There we go. I assume we're going this way. Not too sure, but kinda sure. Just throw it behind your back.
Burns' crew had about as much luck as me.
Dress Dirk. Huh. Nice.
I'm gonna shut your head off. Okay. Something I can't walk away from. Good to see your alive, little brother. Come on. You got a treasure to find. Come on, man. What are we doing? I mean, our supplies are at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. So we go.
Whoa.
Oh,
damn.
Going up against an
I got a bug next to me.
We're holding our own so far while being marooned in the middle of nowhere. We were trying to get here, but then we had an escape plan. Crazy suggestion. Let's go down there and do security on your spots. The boats. Wait. You don't know what we're doing here? We're buying my life back. Hey, we're gonna do that by stepping into that jungle and finding the battalion. You
Came in, buddy.
a massive pirate colony.
Damn
I sure
cockroach.
have. You're a little late to start developing that, don't you think? Can we at least acknowledge the chance that maybe Avery's idea for a secret pirate utopia didn't pan out? And maybe we're just swept up in this fantasy, when instead we should be looking for a real way to save it. If you're confused about what you're doing here, then you can go home. I can go home? Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea what I put on the line to get you here? Not what I put on the line. Okay? The last 15 years of my life. This has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with that. ask me why. Sam, up here. Coming.
Oh shit, I'm gonna do that.
Well, no one's home. Yeah, the roof could use some work. Just hope it doesn't come down on our heads. Sam, this way. Ah, yeah, that's not happening.
Hey, Nathan, I think there's a way through here. It's this way.
Masonry in here.
When you're having ship on carpenters, among them, coopers, I'm Mason.
We have one.
Serious?
Yeah. It's on the boat with the rest of our stuff.
Gonna let me back under?
Come on.
Wonder where you went.
Oh, feels good to stretch out again.
Yeah, you said it. Hey, there's a way out.
It's too high, even for a boost. Find something to stand on.
Crane, I got an idea. Here we go. Heads up! Holy shit.
You're gonna want to see this.
Maybe a commercial district or something. Yes. Just want to hear me say it, don't you? I really want to hear you say it. The long lost Vietnam to be discovered after 300 years by one Samuel Drake. And his younger, slightly less charming brother who happened to be tagging along for the ride. I always think he'd make something of himself someday.
Yeah, just so you know, it's not my first lost city.
You should just enjoy the moment.
Long lost pirate city. Nice. Libertalia. That's a good way to end the episode. Well, if anybody stopped by for today, I appreciate you. Like the video if you like. Follow if you're new.
I'm speechless. Well, the goddamn shit, Nathan. If that's your idea of speechless.
We'll see you again sometime here soon. You have a good night.